Hello and welcome to McLean Gymnasium here on this Saturday afternoon. It is afternoon, right, Shay?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, cool. Welcome to McLean Gymnasium. I'm Parker Tessa, joined here by Shay Neal. The Wright State Raiders and the Marshall Thundering Herd is our matchup here this afternoon. Wright State comes into this one after taking a heartbreaking loss last night to the Ball State Cardinals. Marshall comes into this one after losing in 5 sets to DePaul yesterday afternoon. Marshall comes into this one 2-2. They had the Marshall Invitational at home a week ago, losing to Alabama in 4, beating Austin Peay in 4, and beating Miami of Ohio in 5, and then, of course, losing to DePaul yesterday afternoon in 5 sets. Wright State comes into this one after the Michigan State Invitational last weekend. Kansas, they won 3-0. Western Michigan took a loss 3-0 and beat Michigan State in 5 sets 3-2. Wright State comes into this one 2-2, and Marshall is also 2-2 after last night's heartbreaker. Shay, what does this team got to do to kind of bounce back?
Well, I think it's something that we saw a lot with the Wright State volleyball team last season, and it's that it's a mentality that I think a lot of college teams have to embrace if they're going to be competitors. Don't get too high on the highs and don't get too low on the lows. This team it's a new day against a new team. The beauty of these kinds of tournaments, Parker, we're going from CUSA to the MAC to later tonight the Big East. So it's a brand new team from a brand new league. Both teams 2-2, so you can think of it as both teams being 0-0. You just got to attack today and try and get out of here with 2 wins out of the 3 games.
And that's something that Allie Matters told me last night in the post game. She said it's a new day. We just got to play better volleyball and bounce back today, and I think they're going to do that here this afternoon. Probable starters for Wright State today: Lainey Stevenson, Nisa Baker, Ellie Roskopf, Celia Powers, Teddy Sauer, Megan Alders, and Jenna Story.
Now, Parker, I might be wrong. This is my first time back in McLean since fans were back, but I'm pretty sure I've heard this Megan Alders girl is having a pretty good year.
She is, no kidding. Last weekend had a career high in the Michigan State Invitational, had 22 kills in 1 match. Last night had 12, I believe, led the team. She single-handedly won the Raiders set 2 last night, scoring the last 4 points of that set. Probable starters for Marshall: Essence Clarkley, Sydney Lostumo, Macy McElhenney, Sarah Shank, Lydia Montang, Destiny Leon, and Ciara Devil. So, we're about 5 minutes away from first serve here today. Score prediction, Shay. Who wins? Who's the leading scorer?
Well, I think that Wright State bounces back today. I like their odds of bouncing back today. I'm going to pick the Raiders in 4. And I think the leading scorer today, I'd be stupid not to ride the hot hand. Megan Alders stays red hot.
Yeah, I'm with you, Shay. I think the Raiders win this one in 4 sets. And I think Megan Alders is the leading scorer.
My question before the national anthem for you is, Nick gave us a pronunciation guide for all the Marshall players, and you didn't even look at it. What are you doing?
I was looking at my other sheet, not the roster sheet. So
we'll get you the Marshall starting lineup with correct name pronunciations on the other side.
I'll correct that. So my score prediction here today: Wright State wins in 4. Megan Alders is the leading scorer. She hasn't failed me on that bet to this point this season, so I'm going to ride the hot hand.
Yep.
So we'll be right back. National anthems and first serve when we come back here on WWSU 106.9. back here at McLean Gymnasium. We're about to jump here at McLean. Welcome back. Thank you for joining us. Parker Testa, Shay Neal on the call for you here tonight. Or this afternoon, not tonight.
You're all over the place.
I'm all over the place.
Should I do the starting lineup now?
Starting lineup for Wright State, number 1, Jenna Story. Number 2, Lainey Stevenson. Number 7, Nisa Baker. Number 10, Grace Hawk. Number 11, Celia Powers. Number 13, Callie Martin. And number 15, Megan Alders.
That was pretty good.
Starting for the Marshall Thundering Herd. We'll see how this one goes, Shay.
Fingers crossed.
Number 2, Sydney Listomo. Number 7, Sarah Shank.
2 for 2.
Number 9, Megan Camden. Number 13, Macy McElhaney. Number 15, Lydia Montang. Number 16, Destiny Leon. And number 17, Sierra Double.
That was pretty good. I'm impressed. Solid 8 out of 10.
I looked at the pronunciations before we did that, so I had them right, but
I listened to Jason because Jason's the best in the business.
That's true. He is. Jason is very good at what he does.
I'll tell you what. I don't remember ever having a before first serve, like electric guitar, Seven Nation Army montage here, but it is absolutely electric. And yes, pun intended.
Yes. The puns.
I'm also a tour guide on air.
Yes, yes. Directing the student audience to the trash cans here at McLean Show.
That's all I'm good for, right? There's a Whip Pickles right behind us, Parker. I want to do a broadcast while we're riding the bike.
That's not a very good idea.
Well, we'll be for about 20 minutes, and then you'll hear me panting and borderline dying. It'll be Callie Martin serving to get us going as we wait for everything to get going.
As we wait for our electric guitar performer to finish.
This is one heck of a name, Parker. The True by Hilton Dayton Beaver Creek Invitational.
That, of course, is the name of the entire tournament here this weekend.
That's what I said. It's one heck of a tournament.
That's what you said. It's a heck of a tournament name. But that is
good to have this back.
It is. Listen to us bicker live on air.
Yep. And occasionally talk about Wright State sports.
So it's Callie Martin to serve here for the Raiders. Martin gets it over.
Dug out by the Herd. They set it. Coming in from the back row was number 13, McElhaney.
Steven sets it middle for Baker. Marshall saves it long way up there for the Raiders.
Nice dig by Martin. They're going near side to Megan Alders. Parker, we're only 4 matches into the season, but right now my vote's for Megan Alders to be Horizon League Player of the Year. I mean, she's been dominant.
She's making a hell of a case for it for sure early on in this season. Martin gets it over again, dug out by Holly.
Far side there was number 17, DeBell.
Baker middle, and that'll be a kill for Nisa Baker.
Very wacky trajectory of the ball there, and at 8, McElhaney up there just kind of like punched it into the net.
We saw a few of those last night. Some of those.
Who did they give the point to there? I'm sorry.
Baker.
Far side they go again to DeBell, Powers, Stevenson, Baker again. Parker, something we're going to have to watch out for today. Right in the middle, number 16, Destiny Leon, 6'3". With all the teams in the Horizon League, this will be one of the taller players Wright State sees in the middle all season. Alders got it over. Nice diving dig by the Herd. I don't have the breath to say Thundering Herd all day, so if I just call him the Herd, that's what I mean.
That'll be a net violation on the Raiders. It'll award Marshall their first point of the afternoon.
This is one heck of a tournament, Parker. All 4 of these teams, as told to me by Lainey Stevenson, the senior setter, are very, very talented. This is a fun weekend of volleyball here.
Stevenson sets it left side. Alders blocked, partially blocked there by the Herd, and they set it for number 13, Nats.
That spike had a lot of power to it.
Alders again, partially blocked.
They keep it alive and just set over. Raiders with a chance here. Baker. And what's the call? A net violation on the Herd.
So Raiders.
Baker has 2 of their 3 points off the bat.
Raiders up 3-1 here early in set number 1. The Raiders, of course, wearing their black uniforms with white numbers, and Marshall wearing white
And a bold strategy
with
for
green letters.
A bold strategy for the Raiders to feed Nisa Baker right off the bat with Destiny Leone right in the middle. But I think it shows you two things, Parker. It shows that Wright State is not predictable, and I think Marshall was anticipating them working outside more. And also it shows the confidence that Allie Matters and Dan O'Keefe have in Nisa Baker, one of the best players in the Horizon League.
Nisa Baker, one of 3 returning seniors on this Wright State roster, along with Celia Powers and
Teddy Sauer.
Stevenson.
Grace Hawk.
Nice dig there by the Herd. Powers gets it back over the net. McElhaney. And they set it left side for McElhaney again. And that'll be a Marshall point.
And Macy McElhaney and Sierra DeBell will be the two outsides we see most of the day, Parker. DeBell leading the team with 47 kills. McElhaney not far behind with 31.
So it's Lostomo to serve.
And this Marshall team has a lot of size. Nice. Destiny Leone.
Nice kill there by Leone.
And Marshall has their first lead of the afternoon.
Leone, the big graduate senior, 6'3", out of Trinidad.
This is an experienced team, Parker. Out of their starting 7, we have 3 grad students, 2 seniors, and 2 juniors.
Alders left side taps it over. Nice save there by Marshall. Hawk taps it over.
Destiny Leone just making things difficult for the Wright State offense. Celia Powers, a little too long.
So Marshall up 5-3 here early in set 1.
Number 21 in for the Herd now, and that is another tall middle blocker, the 6'2 sophomore Anna Calcagno.
Hawk right side. Nice save there by Marshall. And they set it for Calcagno on the outside, and that'll be out of bounds. Raiders get the point.
Calcagno, a sophomore out of St. Charles, Illinois. One of the best high schools in America in terms of music performance, Parker, out of St. Charles, Illinois, Marian Catholic. Just a fun fact for all of you listening at home.
Marshall gets another point there. They still lead by 2 here, 6-4.
6-4 Herd. Both of these teams come in 2-2. Both of these coaches come in with a chance to get their squads over 500. Alders has it deflected, and it goes over. Megan Alders.
Ellie Roscott checks in for the Raiders. Megan Alders will take a seat, and it'll be Roscott to serve. Roscott, the 5'9" senior out of Fort Wayne, Indiana, went to Carroll High School.
I'll tell you what, Parker, when you see that's floated over, and it's good for number 15, Lydia Montague.
Lydia Montague finds the open spot on the court there between 2 Raiders and gets another kill for Marshall.
But Parker, just looking at this roster sheet, Megan Alders shows up as 5'10", but when she gets up there and she's like fully loaded up, she looks like she's 6'3" out there.
Alders with a heck of a vertical on that left side.
Roscoff able to keep it up. Stevenson sets it for Celia Powers. This Marshall defense has really improved as the set's gone on, but that's an error.
One thing we saw last night with both Ball State and Wright State, Shea, nobody could really kind of pull away. It was really close, really
absolutely
great offensive volleyball, but both sides last night.
Absolutely.
And great defensive volleyball as well. Both teams very evenly matched, but the better team won last night, as Allie Matters said, and that was Ball State.
So the freshman Jenna Morey gets an ace. Comes in and gets the friendly roll from the net. Is it still a friendly roll in volleyball? I don't know. Am I going to get criticized for that later?
Probably, but who cares?
Whatever.
Morey to serve. Nice dig there by Montang. Nice block there by Powers and Baker.
This Wright State front line not as tall as Marshall's, but they can get up. As that will be a point for the Herd. Something I noticed on that play where Marshall hit it long, Parker, was as soon as it was hit, Lainey Stevenson yelled out. Obviously, reigning setter of the year, probably the best setter in this conference, but you can tell when she's out on the court, she's the captain of this team, and it's because of her IQ. She knows, she anticipates everything before it even happens.
That'll be out of bounds. Baker couldn't catch the back line.
They're going to say it was deflected, Parker.
Wow.
Nisa
All right.
Baker gets the kill.
Ball took a very straight angle. Didn't look like it was touched, but the Raiders get the point.
Yeah. Look at this. We're getting like stat updates here.
Really?
Lainey Stevenson starts today, Parker, 5 digs shy of 1,000 in her career. And Celia Powers also began today 4 kills shy of 1,000 for her career. So something to keep your eye on.
That's a great statistic.
2 big
there.
milestones to hit today, and we appreciate Nick Phillips for dropping off that milestone watch.
Good friend Nick Phillips here with the Wright State Athletics.
He's been killing the game all season.
He has. He really has.
Those new graphics they have now for social media, they look great.
Hooked us up with some T-shirts at Fall Fest. He's a heck of a guy. Roscoff digs it out. Stevenson sets it right side. Baker blocked.
Diving dig by the Herd. They go far side. Roscoff. Stevenson. Baker in the middle. Got it over. Story. Stevenson, they're going to load it up for Callie Martin.
Nice dig there by...
Another unforced error, though, by the Herd, Parker. That's what's keeping Wright State in this. Marshall's defense has been really nice and a lot of blocks. It seems like Marshall's playing the better volleyball so far, but a lot of unforced errors keeping Wright State hanging around. It's tied at 9.
Alders checks back in for Wright State. Roscoff will take a seat, and it'll be Callie Martin to serve. Martin, Morey, Story, Stevenson, Baker, Alders on the floor for the Raiders. Leone. That's long. Raiders get another point.
error.
They take the lead.
Name a more intimidating front 4 in the Horizon League than Celia Powers, Nisa Baker, Megan Alders, Lainey Stevenson. And then right behind them you have Jenna Story.
Right.
This roster, I mean, we've said it 100 times, Parker, but this roster just loaded with talent.
Of course, lose the senior Mallory Ladd and the sophomore Sam Wolf, but they add Morey and the freshman Aaliyah Johnson.
Happy birthday to
to
Aaliyah
this
Johnson, by the
roster.
way.
Yeah,
It is her birthday.
It is her birthday this afternoon, so happy birthday to Aaliyah Johnson. Alders left side. That's
Got
a
it
goal.
over. The power of Megan Alders to get it through the block. And that's the kind of volleyball Megan Alders has been playing all season. Pure power on that left side.
They keep setting it up for Alders on that left side. Allie Matters knows who her hot hand is, and she's going to ride it until they give them a reason to stop.
Parker, it's a long match, but this first set feels really important. If Wright State can win this set, it puts a lot of pressure on the Herd.
And that's long from the Herd.
It was deflected, though, at the net. 11-11. I think that was attempted to be blocked by Powers.
Kind of a tough angle here for myself.
It
as
is.
The McLean Gymnasium staff here blocks that middle of the net a little bit, but it'll be DeBell to serve for the Herd. Dug out there by Morey.
Cal Cagno back into the game for the Herd. Nice dig there by Sarah Shank. Stevenson sets it. Oh, the nice little fake set there. She caught me off guard.
We saw a really pretty reverse move from Lainey Stevenson.
They're just going to play it over. Here, big chance for the Raiders. Hawk. They set it back for Hawk. And does it find the court? It does.
Grace Hawk gets the kill there. We saw a really pretty reverse move last night from Lainey Stevenson. McClellan was going nuts. She tried to do it there, was unsuccessful.
And in 2.5 years of calling volleyball here, Parker, I don't see any other setter in this conference do those reverse sets like Lainey does.
Alders gets another kill there. 13-11 Raiders, set 1.
This is a big set, Parker. Both of these teams looking to get momentum. It's been back and forth so far. I wouldn't be surprised at all if we say later on at the end of the match that the team that won was the team that won set 1. And
that's a very similar story to last night. Wright State and Ball State were really close through the first set. Wright State kind of fell apart in the last few minutes and lost the first set, but we're seeing a very similar story here this afternoon.
I don't think this is a hot take, Parker, as she gets another kill there. The best player for Marshall in this first set has been Destiny Leone. I should pull up my stat sheet. I should have that ready.
Alders again left side, blocked by the Herd. They tap it over, and they're going to call that inbounds for Marshall, and there'll be a point.
Kick save and a beauty. I had to get one kick save in this weekend, right?
Right. Stevenson sets it middle. Powers.
Powers. My goodness. What did that ball do to Celia?
Ellie Roscoe.
Put some emphasis on that.
No kidding. Ellie Roscoe checks in to serve for the Raiders. Alders will take a seat. Roscoe.
Wright State's not the biggest team in this tournament. They're actually probably the smallest, Parker, but they do bring power. Powers again. That was deflected. Back-to-back kills for Celia Powers. And if the senior from Cincinnati can get going, that is huge for the Raiders.
That's a timeout. Ari Agnes wants to talk it over with the Herd. We'll take one with them. More Raider volleyball when we come back here on WWSU 106.9 on YouTube. Back here on WWSU 106.9, we're going ahead here, and that's another kill for Celia Powers. That leaves her one.
Celia's on fire, Parker, and that's 3 straight points via the senior. She's 2 kills away from 1,000 now. Big milestone could be hit today. As well as Lainey Stevenson now just 4 digs away from 1,000.
That was almost blocked by the Raiders. That one just kind of skated through there, and Marshall gets the point.
I believe that was Lydia Montague, Parker, who's had a rough first set. That's her 3rd kill, but in 7 attacks, so not really the start she was wanting to get off to. Like I said, Destiny Leone, 3 kills, 3 blocks already.
Powers with a kill. She is 1 away from 1,000. And that's, the last 2 have come from Powers.
And Allie's going to leave her in, try to get this.
Jenny Morey checks back in for the Raiders as Grace Hawk will take a seat.
Story gets a breather, too, which we don't see a lot of.
Morey.
I wonder if Jenna Story will get 2,000 digs.
Powers.
They're setting the hot hand. Celia Powers.
Yeah, no. Dug out by the Herd. Nice
partially blocked. That was number 1, Essence Clerkley. Now they come from the back row, Roskop.
What a dig there by Roskop.
And Stevenson got it over, diving to keep it alive for the Herd. Long rally here. Baker straight down. Nisa Baker. Raiders starting to feel it. And I'll tell you what, Parker, that play is not possible unless of the back-to-back outstanding digs from Ellie Roskop.
Raiders lead here 18-14 in set 1. As Morey will send it over the net. And they set it for Montague, and that's a kill.
Baker and Powers got a piece of it, but Montague, a lot of power coming down that far side. That's her 4th kill of the first set, and she's now Marshall's leading scorer today. Parker, feels so good to have fans back here. The crowds this weekend have been great.
It does. McLean was sold out last night. They were
and it's close today.
Loud bunch.
I would assume they'll be sold out tonight.
Yeah. So Marshall gets another point.
For a 12:30 game, this is probably 90% capacity. There's not a lot of seats there.
Not at all. We have some of the other teams in this tournament here next to us. The
Scouting.
The DePaul Blue Demons to our right. Stevenson sets it middle for Baker. That's off of a member of the herd, I should say, and Nisa Baker gets the kill.
That was almost like an optical illusion, Parker. It looked like it got stuffed, and it did sneak over. Celia Powers serving.
Raiders lead here, 19-16.
And serves it long. That's been something I've noticed. I don't want to say a fault of this team, but something I've noticed early on in the season. Quite a bit of service errors from the Wright State Raiders. That's something that you have to assume they'll clean up as the season goes on, but it is something to work on.
Yeah, both teams in this match last night, Wright State and Ball State, were very good at keeping the errors down, but both had over 20 last night.
That was an outstanding serve by the herd, but it's going to be a net violation. The Wright State Raiders now just 4 points away, I believe, from a set 1 win, or is it 3? Or 5?
5, it'll be 5. Alders checks back in.
Powers 1 kill away from 1,000 for her career. We may have to wait until set 2 to see it, though.
And they set it for Leone, and Leone gets a kill.
Destiny Leone's been dominant in that middle so far, Parker. Wright State's really going to have to try to find a way to slow her down if they're going to take this one today. 6'3", Destiny Leone leads this team in blocks, 3rd in kills. She has been the best player for the herd today.
Nice dig there by Martin. Stevenson sets it left side. Alders gets a kill!
There's nothing you can do about that, Parker. Just straight down. Megan Alders, I don't know what her off-season training program was, but she went from really good to, like, best player in the conference conversation.
Cecilia Powers and Grace Houck back in. Will we see Powers get the 1,000 point in this set?
And deflected, and a point for the herd. 21-19. And that's been the story of this first set. I think the largest lead for either side has been 4.
Very closely knit here so far in this one. It'll be number 17, that's Sierra Devil, to serve here for the herd.
Martin. And right down, Rainey Stevenson. I told you, Parker, I said earlier in the set, the reason why Laney is the quarterback of this team, and it's because of her IQ. She sees everything before anyone else does.
Stevenson dug out there by the herd, and that is a Raider point. Timeout Marshall. Ori Angus wants to talk it over there with her team.
I feel like we got to stay here, though.
We do. This is way too much fun to go.
Listen to this music. They're having way too much fun with fans back in attendance. But there's no such thing as too much fun in McLean.
Not at all.
Well, Parker, I will say really quick while we're at a break, big time congratulations to both of the soccer programs. The Wright State Lady Raiders soccer team got a huge win. I believe they're now 2-0. I got to double check if I get a chance to pull this up. But I know the men defeated Bowling Green, I believe, or maybe it was the women that defeated Bowling Green. I should have really been prepared for this, but I brought this up. But I do know that both teams won. So congratulations to them. The women, of course, beating Akron 3-0 after losing 1-0 to Oklahoma State, who's a really good team. So this women's soccer team looks really good out of the gate under Travis Sobers. So I'm excited to see them more as the season goes on. The men as well, like I said, a big-time win for them as well, getting their first win of the year over Bradley. They head back home in a couple weeks to take on Green Bay. But first, they head to Indianapolis to take on IUPUI in their conference opener.
Travis Sobers, of course, the first-year head coach at the helm of the Wright State women's soccer team.
He's been great so far.
He has. So back out of the timeout here, the Raiders lead 23-19, and it's going to be Laney Stevenson to get it over the net.
I think Travis Sobers would be one heck of a guest to have on WWSU this year.
No kidding. And that's a kill there for Leone again. Leone's been very strong for Ari Agnes here early on.
There's no such thing as perfect, Parker, but with her blocks on defense and the kills she's had on offense, I can't remember one mistake she's made in this first set. She has been flawless. All right. Set it, Alders. One more time. Did it get down?
No, they're going to stay out of bounds.
Like the idea, though. Marshall locked and loaded for the strong spike from Megan Alders. She tried to put it in that corner. Just could not. Story. Stevenson. Here's Powers. And that's denied by the net. The net giveth and it taketh away, Parker. And now Allie Matters wants to talk things over.
We'll keep it here again. Why not? We're having way too much fun here this afternoon.
Well, good news for all of you Wright State students, faculty, staff. It sounds like the union's going to be open next week. That's what we've heard. We heard about that. There's a couple test results that came back that are very encouraging. Sounds like they're going to open like the fitness center, Union Market, all that kind of stuff on Tuesday. Parker, we might be back in the office on Thursday.
Hopefully. I can't wait. We can't wait to get our shows back.
I never realized how much I do in that office until I couldn't go to that office.
Right?
This has been a blast, though. I'm glad I had time to do this today.
We really appreciate all the hardworking staff and all the work that Wright State's done to get that union back open as quickly as they can.
Well, one of our favorite people at WWSU, our former marketing director, Morgan Mulcahy, we had a good talk last night. Our Halloween party that we're planning on throwing, which if you haven't heard about it, you should. We're going to be doing glow-in-the-dark mini golf, pumpkin smashing, pumpkin painting, costume contest, scary movie night, live music. It's going to be an absolute blast, and we have like half of campus booked, Parker. But Morgan's going to be making a guest appearance. We love to see it.
That's exciting. Morgan was one of the favorite guests that we had on Test and Keep It Real this summer for our ice cream tier list as we're back in play at McLean. Hauk.
And that'll give Raiders set point, Grace Hauk. And that's one of those self-defense plays, Parker. Hauk hit that way too hard, but right at a Herd player's face. So she had to stick up her hands and give Grace Hauk the point.
Yeah, takes an awkward bounce off the hands, goes behind Marshall's side of the court and out of bounds as Roskopf serves set point Raiders.
Stevenson, what a dig. Powers. 1,000th kill will have to wait. Story. Stevenson. They set it for Hauk again. That one out.
24-23, and if the Raiders want to win this set, they got to do it right here.
Hauk maybe a little too amped up on these last two plays, just overhitting that ball just ever so slightly.
Worked the first time due to self-defense, but goes out of bounds there.
Raiders with one more set point.
It's going to be number 6, Bryn Brown, the freshman, to serve for the Herd.
Story. Stevenson. Powers for the set. Story keeps it alive. Stevenson. Far side they go, Callie Martin. And miscommunication there by Marshall. They play it over. Stevenson dig. Callie Martin. Raiders looking for the point, and Marshall ties it up. 24 apiece. Great bounce back from the Herd.
The Marshall fans here at McLean are loud here today, Shay.
Yeah, absolutely.
24-24.
That one, nice serve, nice dig by Story. Powers, denied, and Marshall has a set point. And the Marshall faithful that made the trip from Huntington, West Virginia, making some noise on the far side of McLean. Timeout, Allie Matters.
Allie Matters wants to talk it over. We'll take one quick here with them back in 60 seconds on WWSU 106.9. Back here at McLean Gymnasium out of the timeout.
The 98 World Championship Bulls intro playing during the break, and now I could run through a brick wall.
Where's Michael Jordan when you need him?
Well, probably in Charlotte.
Marshall gets it over the net. Stevenson sets it for Grace Hawk. She's denied.
Marshall storms back to pitch that one.
Wow.
Great bounce back by the Marshall Thundering Herd, and they strike first.
26-24. Marshall takes the first set of the afternoon. And that 1,000th kill for Celia Powers is going to have to wait.
And now Lainey Stevenson as well, just 2 digs away from 1,000. We have 2 big milestones to keep an eye on in set 2, Parker, and we also got to keep an eye on if the Raiders can bounce back.
Yeah, the Raiders so far this afternoon. Leading scorers, Alders and Baker both have 5 kills, followed by Powers with 3, Hauk with 2, and Stevenson with 1. Leading scorers for Marshall, as we've heard her name so much this afternoon. Destiny Leone leads.
She's literally hitting 1,000.
Destiny Leone leads Marshall.
I don't care if you're playing basketball, volleyball, baseball, football. You're doing something 100% of the time. You're doing it well.
Destiny Leone leads scores for the Thundering Herd with 5 kills, followed by Montag with 4. And we have McElhaney with 3, if I can pronounce names right. And then three-way tie between. Oh, I'm struggling today.
Well, now we're doing like 2008 Black Eyed Peas. So whoever has the aux cord today, I want to be your friend.
We have 4 players tied with 1 kill. That's Calcagno, Devil, Lustomo, and Clerkley with 1 kill.
Man, how do you go from the 98 Bulls to Black Eyed Peas in their prime? I mean, I feel like I could go out there and play. Not well, of course, but I'm amped up now. We've got a wedding we're going to this afternoon, Parker. I'm going to walk into this wedding like I'm running out for the NBA Finals.
Now I vow at my
I really hope that the wedding we're going to, you know those weddings that have like, they bring out like the groomsmen and the bridesmaids to like a Super Bowl intro where they have like a hype video for everyone?
Yes.
I really hope that's what happens today.
I have vowed since high school to have my groomsmen at my wedding come out to the Chicago Bulls sing.
Please. Well, what happened? My uncle got married in 2014. He's good friends with the Reds PA guy. So he had all of his groomsmen introduce like a Reds starting lineup. And I thought it was great. Leading off, and a flower girl.
I need Jason to do that at my wedding.
Jason DJs at your wedding?
Jason would be a fantastic DJ.
Is Justin Kinner invited to your wedding?
I don't know Justin Kinner very well.
Well, you should meet him. Justin Kinner is more than a welcome at my wedding. I hope I'm invited to his wedding. He's getting married to his lovely fiancée, Nora.
We have lots of weddings happening right around this time, Shay.
Cuffing season, Parker.
Don't say that.
Well, set 2, in the words of Will I Am, let's get it started. Sorry I had to. I'm 22 now. I'm one of the vets here. I got to make dad jokes.
That's what Patrick's for.
Patrick's not here, Parker.
So Marshall serves, dug out here by Celia Powers. Stevenson sets it middle for Baker. Nice dig there by the Herd.
Her defense has been very strong.
Set it for McElhaney. Baker. Nice dig there by the Herd. Alders. Stevenson taps it over. Stevenson again, left side. Alders, that's a kill. Megan Alders gets the first point of set 2 for the Raiders.
And we keep seeing that duo of McElhaney and Leon going up to try to block Alders, and she keeps finding a little sliver right in between them.
McElhaney and Leon, the 2 tallest players on this Thundering Herd roster, both 6'2 and 6'3. Or 6'2 and 6'3, I should say. They're both not 6'2 and 6'3. That'd be impossible.
Well, twins, I don't know. It'd be impressive if you were simultaneously 6'2 and 6'3.
No kidding. And that barely scrapes over the net there for the Raiders.
Not a bad serve. It threw Marshall out of whack. Teddy Sauer straight down. We didn't see Teddy Sauer in that first set, Parker. We actually saw her riding the elliptical right behind us for a few minutes. But she looks fine there.
First time we've seen Teddy Sauer this afternoon. She makes an early impact, getting her first kill of the afternoon. Nice hit there by the Herd.
Teddy, of course, the senior, one of the 3 returning super seniors. Parker from a pretty close to your neck of the woods, Fort Wayne.
That's a little far from my neck of the woods, but it is.
Fair. You're kind of the other direction of Indianapolis, but 2-1 Raiders lead here in set 2.
A little further up I-69 from me, but the Raiders get a kill there. Teddy Sauer again making an early impact here in set 2.
Welcome to the match, Teddy Sauer. Good to have you.
Raiders up 3-1, set 2 as Stevenson serves.
And that's an ace for Lainey Stevenson. Again, Parker, that's another self-defense play. She kind of knuckleballed it.
We've seen a few of those this afternoon. Lainey Stevenson, I think, could be a pitcher here today.
Another pretty strong serve by Lainey.
Nice dig there by Story and Sauer. And that'll be a kill there for Teddy Sauer as Marshall tried to control it. A little bit of a...
Parker, I haven't watched every single college volleyball program in America, but
I'm disappointed.
I'm willing to bet that Jenna Story is one of the 5 best players in the country at digging the volleyball.
Stevenson sets it left side. Alders taps it over.
She got denied. Sorry, that was almost amusing.
That's a kill there for Leon.
That was perfect because Megan went to kind of tap it over, instantly got spiked right back down into her, and she just kind of out of reaction just hit it back up.
Destiny Leon gets her 6th kill of the afternoon.
5-2 Raiders. I got off to a strong start, getting 5 of the first 6 points.
Story, Stevenson, Alders. That's a kill.
That time she found the corner, Parker.
Tried to do that a little earlier, was a little too strong with it, but it catches the line there, and the Raiders get the point.
The next conversation I have with Jason, I need to ask him this because I've wondered for about a year. Why does he call her Megan Alders?
It's a great question.
I've always wanted to know, does she prefer to go by Megan?
And if she does, we've been saying it wrong for a year and a half.
I talked to Lainey earlier this week, and I said Megan, and she didn't correct me, so I don't know. Maybe Jason I'm not going to doubt Jason. He's amazing. But I'm just curious.
I will never
It's not just me, though, right? He's saying Megan, not Megan.
He is.
Yeah.
I will never doubt Jason Doyle.
No, absolutely not.
Stevenson sets it right side. Powers. That's her 1,000th kill.
Celia Powers, congratulations. 1,000 career kills for the senior from Cincinnati. The Ohio kid. You love to see it. And there it is.
Jenny Morey serves for the Raiders.
I'm excited to see Celia get subbed out, Parker, because I'm excited to see this bench embrace her for that milestone. Here it comes. Oh, no, never mind. She's moving back. Sorry. My bad. I'm still rusty. It's my off season, too. It's opening day for me.
Morey. Stevenson sets it middle. Baker gets a kill.
Was Nika Baker floating right there? It looks like she paused in midair. Did you see that too?
I did.
She double jumped, like in the old Mario games. That was unbelievable.
Marshall digs it out, and they set it for Clerkley. Clerkley gets a kill there for the Herd.
It's been so long since I've done a volleyball match, Parker. I'm like a kid in a candy store today. Anything that's remotely cool that I see, it's like, wow, that's the greatest thing ever.
Well, before that exhibition match against Miami that Noah and I did a few weeks ago, I hadn't done a volleyball match or any broadcast for that matter since the volleyball championship in March. And you've been busy with high school football.
Fairmont 3-0, by the way. For all you Dayton area, they beat Alter, Trotwood, and CJ. 3, legit playoff contenders. So Fairmont looks really, really good.
Celia Powers checks out here. Callie Martin back in.
And last thing I'll say about Fairmont, because I think it's awesome, is Destiny Leon gets another kill. Their best player is a running back by the name of Drew Baker. And he has maybe the best nickname in the state. Drew Baker, the touchdown maker.
That's fantastic.
He leads the GWAC in yards and touchdowns. Drew Baker, the touchdown maker.
That's fantastic. So it's going to be number 2, Sydney Lostomo, to serve here for Marshall. Story, Stevenson sets it middle. Baker dug out by the Herd.
Marshall's had an outstanding day defensively.
Stevenson sets it right side. Baker again, she's denied. Stevenson, Alders left side. Great defense here by the Herd.
Just not a lot of holes.
What a dig by Story. Alders again, she's denied. Leon there to block it, and Marshall gets another point.
There's just no holes there for the Wright State attack, Parker. Marshall's doing a great job sliding, filling every single crease that opens up.
See if Allie Matters can adjust her offense here.
Destiny Leon's having one heck of a day, isn't she?
She is. Stevenson sets it. Baker.
What a dig. That was Shank, I believe.
Alders dug it out. Stevenson taps it over.
Martin. Stevenson. Another impressive dig.
Baker. Long rally here. Story. Stevenson. Way up there. Alders. She's denied again. Stevenson. Baker. And that's a kill there for Nisa Baker. Leon couldn't handle it. Has to hit it twice, and Wright State gets the point.
Parker, Wright State got the point there, but they had to work for it. And what we're seeing right now with Marshall is defense turning into offense. They're wearing down this Raider attack and then capitalizing when they're out of position. I'm really impressed with how Marshall's played today.
Very similar match to last night. If the Raiders win set 2, it'll be nearly identical. Leon with another kill. Leon is hot right now. She's on fire. Their leading scorer gets her 8th kill of the afternoon.
I don't know much about the career of Destiny Leon, but at the rate she's going now, this may end up being a career day.
Marshall serves. Dug
Leon,
out by
of course,
Story.
Leon transferred from San, I have no idea how to pronounce that school name. I was hoping she was from Florida Gulf Coast, but she's not.
San Jacinto.
There you go. You did it better than me. San Jacinto.
That's a Raider point. Megan Alders again.
Megan Alders just has that look in her eye, Parker. After that kill, Teddy Sauer looked at her, and Megan just looked like, stone cold killer.
She's done that a lot. Did that a lot last night with her leading scorer. She ties Leon with 8 kills.
Marshall's heating up offensively. Another kill there. One of my favorite attributes in an athlete, Parker, no matter what sport, but an athlete that can just lock in the moment and deliver in the biggest moment, I call them cold-blooded assassins. And that's my favorite trait in an athlete. That's what we've seen out of Megan Alders so far.
Wright State. Marshall's done a great job of keeping their errors down. Wright State has 10 errors, Marshall with 5. And that's something that Allie Matters talked about in postgame last night. We got to keep those errors down. Alders left side blocked. Stevenson, Story, right side, Powers. No.
We've seen Celia Powers get her 1,000th kill. Lainey Stevenson now just one dig away from us.
Alders.
Great play-by-play there. Alders.
I try to get as excited as I can. Nice.
That's going to be a kill. No. They're going to say they touched the net. It's a Wright State point. That was perfectly placed.
It was, too, just inside that line on the near side.
Ellie Roskop in to serve. Alders and Martin will get a break. Megan Alders, just another day at the office. She's got 8 kills.
Sam Ott checks in. First time we've seen Ott this afternoon. So it's going to be Roskop, Ott, Powers, Stevenson, Story, Teddy Sauer on the floor.
That's an ace. Marshall let it go, and it hit the corner. Ellie Roskop.
Unbelievable placement there by Roskopf. Just nicks that back corner. 13-9 Raiders here in set 2.
You could serve 1,000 times and you couldn't put it in a better spot.
Roskopf dug out there by Shank.
Another great serve. Miscommunication by the Herd. The Raiders are up 5. It'll be interesting to see, Parker. And there it is. I was about to say it'll be interesting to see if Marshall calls a timeout. And they do.
We'll take one with them here on WWSU 106.9. 14-9 Raiders lead. Thank you for joining us. We'll be right back on WWSU 106.9. Back here on WWSU 106.9. In that first part of the set, Celia Powers gets her 1,000th career kill, and Lainey Stevenson gets her 1,000th career dig. So congratulations to Celia and Lainey on that accomplishment.
I just checked our YouTube feed, Parker, and Patrick's leaving comments, our engineer. He said first, only a few areas of the Union will be open. We will not be open until Thursday, I believe, our office. The Union Market and the Fitness Center will be open on Tuesday. And then Patrick, of course, dad jokes are my thing.
Dad jokes are his job.
That's fair. I won't step on it. I won't step on toes anymore. My bad. 14-10.
Patrick seems insulted.
I would make a wing joke because it's 14-10, but I'm not going to. You can catch me on Friday nights for High School Football Game of the Week on 1410 WING.
Corey Stevenson, Sauer, and that's going to be a double hit by Sauer as she was denied. Marshall gets the point.
Well, what I've been most impressed with Marshall today, Parker, is every time it feels like Wright State's gaining some momentum, Marshall has always responded. Wright State has not had their typical 8, 9, 10-point leads that we saw a lot last season. And, I mean, credit to this team. They scheduled a very tough non-conference schedule. They are going to be battle-tested when Horizon League play starts.
That was denied again by number 15, Montag, and number 21, Calcagno.
Yeah, Lydia Montag, and they're going to give half credit to Essence Clerkley as well. But, yes, Calcagno was also in the area.
Stevenson sets it for Celia Powers.
That got the ground. It did. Celia Powers gets the kill. 1,001 kills for Celia Powers.
Patrick just says that was the smoothest plug for your show on 1410 based on the score.
Thank you. That's it. I'll let Patrick have dad jokes, and I'll do smooth plugs, smooth transitions. That's what I'm good at.
Jenny Morey to serve for the Raiders. Morey dug out there by Debble. That's a Raider point.
If Wright State can hold this 3-4 point cushion, Parker, I think they're in a good spot. Well, obviously they're winning, but
saw them have a 4 or 5 point lead in the first set, kind of fizzled away real quick, so we'll see if they can hold it here. Shank gets it over. Stevenson. Powers partially blocked. That's going to be a net violation on the hood.
So
that's a Raider point.
Constructive criticism here. This is the third match I've heard you call this season, and I'm disappointed that not once I've heard you make a powers it over joke. I did that like 6 times last year.
Yeah, it just hasn't haven't had the right opportunity. Stevenson, what a save there. Morey gets it over the net. Shank.
Marshall with a chance while they're out of position, and they get it.
Clerkley with the kill there. Megan Camden checks back in for the Herd, and she'll serve.
Now, I was very happy to hear on Thursday night at the men's soccer game against, who are they playing that night? Kentucky or something like that? No, I'm sorry. It was the game against Bradley. They were giving out free cowbell to all the people in attendance. I had class that night. I would have loved a Wright State Raider cowbell.
Yeah, we had some of those cowbells here at McLean last night.
As we should. I hope we see those cowbells at the Netter Center as well. They should have another cowbell night at the Netter Center.
That they should.
And you know what it should be for?
What's that?
The Milwaukee game.
Yes. Yes, and we need all the help we can get against Pat Baldwin Jr.
I refuse, for the NKU game every year, it has to be, it's a tradition. NKU every year has to be green out. I would say blackout, but NKU's black and gold. It can't be blackout. So you got to do a green out whenever NKU comes to town.
18-15 Raiders lead here in set two. That one tapped over the net by Marshall. Sam Ott tried to save it, but couldn't get there in time.
Stevenson gets it over. 18-15 Raiders lead. Lost top.
Oh, man. Jenny Morey takes a nasty spill. It looks like she's all right.
You heard that spill from over here.
You did.
So Marshall's closed the gap to 2. Here's the serve into the net. And an error bails the Raiders out. And here comes the Wright State Raiders' best player so far through 4 matches and 2 sets. Megan Alders checking back in.
Jenny Morey checks out. Ellie Roskopf checks out. And Sam Ott checks out. So it's going to be Martin, Baker, and Alders back in. And then Martin to serve.
Callie Martin. They set it for Leone. She didn't get all of that, Parker, and the Raiders able to return.
Story dumps it over the net.
They reset Leone.
What
Story takes it out.
Story. Baker, and she's denied. Marshall gets another point.
Destiny Leone plays very similarly to Nisa Baker. She's just 3 inches taller.
Sydney Lostumo back in for the Herd, and she's going to be the one to send it over the net. Dug out there by Martin. Stevenson sets it right side. Baker. That's a dugout by Lostumo. Matt catches the line. Marshall brings it within 1 here.
Now, Parker, I'm sure we'll hear about this at the next break in the action. Laney Stevenson now up to 6 digs tonight, this afternoon, whatever you want to call it. So Laney Stevenson now has 1,000 career digs. Congratulations to Laney.
Alders left side. She's denied again.
We are all knotted up.
And that defense up front for Marshall has been killer today for the Raiders. Raiders just can't seemingly get anything going on each side. Seems like most of their points have come from the middle of the net.
Yeah, it has. Marshall's done a great job, like I said, turning defense into offense, making Wright State attack uncomfortable, and taking advantage when they're out of position. It's done a lot of success for them today.
19-19 here in set 2. Leading scorers so far for both teams for Marshall. Destiny Leone, of course, with 8 kills, followed by a tie between McElhaney and Montag with 5. Debble has 4, Clerkley with 3, and Lostumo and Calcagno with 1. Leading scorers for the Raiders. Alders has 8 kills. Baker with 7. Powers with 6. Hauk and Sauer with 2. And Stevenson with 1. Wright State.
Who has the aux cord today? I'm being serious. This is remarkable. Man, I am getting old. I just use the word remarkable on a broadcast. Yikes.
Wright State very error happy today. They have 14 to Marshall's 8.
Error happy. It's a great term.
Nice dig there by Martin. Stevenson sets it left side for Alders, and Alders gets a kill. Finds the gap between two defenders and gets the kill. Teddy Sauer back in for the Raiders. Jenna Story will serve. Story gets it over. And they set it for...
that caught the back line, I think it did.
That was number 17, Debo.
Beautifully placed.
We're back at 20. Very similar to what we saw last night. Very close to both these first two sets. Marshall, of course, taking the first set of the afternoon. Nice dig there by Story. Stevenson sets it right side, Sauer, and that's dug out by Devil. Nice save there, but it's denied by Destiny Leone. Marshall takes the lead at 21.
Marshall battles back for the second consecutive set, grabs the lead in the 20s. And now it will be Sierra DeBell to serve.
Stevenson sets it Sauer, and that's off of a defender. Nice save there by the Herd. Stevenson sets it Alders left side. That's a kill off of a Marshall defender. Megan Alders ties it up at 21.
And you just got to keep feeding the hot hand, Parker.
And I think the mindset for Alders here is if you can't go get around them, go through them.
Absolutely. She's got the power.
Stevenson sets it for Powers right side. That's a kill for Powers.
Raiders starting to get some momentum back. They lead at 22-21. Can they claim set two? Stevenson serves.
Dug out by Shank.
Tough. And it's a round and a point for the Raiders. That's the third time this set, Parker. We've seen Marshall lose a point on miscommunication, and they're going to instantly call a timeout.
McElhaney got kind of a rough angle on the ball there.
It was not a great set.
Was out of bounds when she hit the ball, so that's out of bounds, of course, and that'll be miscommunication for Marshall and Raider point. So they take a 2-point lead here as Marshall wants to talk it over.
Well, this is our first ever season streaming on YouTube. And as much as we've enjoyed the music here today, we may have to fight some copyright strikes this season.
Right. So we're going to keep talking here as much as we can during these.
Ignore the music, YouTube.
During these timeouts. So, but we have, it's been a fun one here today. Very closely matched. Raiders have, of course, lead 23-21 here in set two as Marshall took the first set. But one thing I've noticed here all day long, Marshall's defense has been very strong, making it tough for the Raiders to kind of punch through.
Absolutely. Marshall's defense has been top tier. Lainey Stevenson will serve here. If the Raiders can get a point, they can force a set point. Dug out. They're going for Leone in the middle. Stevenson keeps it up. Got it down. Celia Powers. A 4-point swing for Wright State, and they have a set point. All Parker can do is nod.
So it's going to be Lainey Stevenson to serve here, set point Raiders. They set it for Leone, and Leone dug out. What a dig there by Lainey Stevenson.
Lainey refuses to let Marshall back in it, but there's a kill.
Destiny Leone again. The Raiders just have no answer for Leone there in the middle, and she'll take a breather.
And she's asking the cleaning crew to wipe part of the floor. I think she might have slipped there when she went for that dig. Lainey's had one heck of a second set.
She has. Appreciate you hanging out with us here on this Saturday afternoon. Parker Testa, Shea Neal on the call for you here. Story digs it out. Stevenson sets it for Alders, and that's a dig by Marshall.
Another dig by Laney Stevenson. Alders for the set.
Nice.
That's alive.
Nice save there by Marshall. Stevenson sets it. Right side. Sauer!
The torn Petty Sauer. Raiders win it. Set 2, I should say. Raiders don't win it, but they're back in the race, Parker.
The Raiders take set 2, 25-22.
Air horn sound effects all day in McLean.
So the Raiders take set 2, 25-22, and they lock up this match at 1 set apiece.
It's been a blast so far. We're going to step away for just a few minutes. Set 3 coming up. Wright State, Marshall tied at 1. We'll see who gets the edge when we come back on WWSU 106.9 FM.
Back here on WWSU 106.9, Parker Tessa, Shane Neal. Set 3 underway here as Stevenson sets it middle for Baker.
Wright State had a great end to set 2, Parker. Will be interesting to see if they can keep the momentum going into the start of set 3. Alders denied. Are you snapping in the middle of a game?
I was
Match.
match.
My opening day. Don't yell at me.
Leone, that's outside, and that's a Raider point.
And I'm glad that our friend with the crew was able to grab that ball because
That was coming straight for us.
I would have gotten smacked. And no one wants to get smacked with a Destiny Leone spike.
Not at all. Story to serve. That catches the net, and that's an error.
You're just now joining us, 2 enormous monumental milestones today. Celia Powers hits 1,000 career kills. Lainey Stevenson hits 1,000 career digs. So congratulations to both Celia and Lainey.
Story. Stevenson sets it middle for Sauer. That's saved by Marshall. Partially blocked by the Raiders. Stevenson sets it left side for Alders, and that's a kill for Alders.
She's just going through him, Parker. Finding that hole right in between the 2 blockers. That's now 11 kills for Megan Alders.
So it's Stevenson who serves.
It's impressive that the Raiders are tied at 1 set apiece because they've only hit 160 today as a team, Parker, which is not very Raider-esque.
That's Celia Powers gets a kill there for the Raiders.
The announcers jinx, good to see it back.
They take a lead 3-2.
What am I good for if not to jinx the other team?
And that is no more prominent than on the basketball floor with free throws.
Absolutely. He's a 98% free throw shooter. There's no way he misses this one. Clank.
Leaves it short off the front iron.
Oh, well.
And that guy takes an L. Story. Stevenson sets it for Teddy Sauer, taps it over, and that's saved by the Herd.
Marshall keeps going middle. They're not doing a lot of outside attacks.
Alders again. That's a kill for Alders.
And the men's basketball team slapping the court with some rally towels. Love it. We got Trey Calvin and Grant Basili in attendance here today. I believe that third member is maybe C.J. Wilborn. Not positive.
But if it is, Wilborn, of course, the
Transfer from Milwaukee.
The newest member of Scott Nagy's team. They set it right side for McElhaney, and that's going to be saved by the Raiders. Halk will tap it over. And that's a kill there for the Raiders. The combination of Teddy Sauer and Celia Powers tap it over the net before Marshall can get there.
Well, Parker, we you know I'm all about, thought-provoking analysis. For the first 2 set and 3 quarters, Marshall looked like the better volleyball team up until they were up 21-20 in that second set. Since then, seems like Wright State's got a little bit of swagger back. What are they calling that? What happened? What?
The officials are going to converse here.
The Raiders are confused. I don't know what happened. It looked like Ellie Roscop went back to save it, and then they just played it over. I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
Now we're going to talk here as they're going to have an official review.
Parker.
So,
our official, not his finest moment.
Not the finest moment for the officials there, but so we're going to have an official review. And what are they going to call here?
Did they just play bye? That's so great.
So
we'll remember who had the aux cord today because it's been legendary.
So nobody has a point after that weird sequence of events from the officials. Nice save there by Story. Stevenson sets it for Howell.
Weird angle for Grace Howell.
Oh, man.
That sounded like it got collarbone of Lainey Stevenson.
Laney nearly took that one off the dome.
Yeah,
But one of those self-defense, nothing you can do plays there.
When a baseball player gets hit by a pitch, they say, we eat those. I mean, Laney ate that.
Yeah. Saved there by Ross Kopp. Sets it for Powers, and that's blocked by the Herd, and they'll get a point.
We're knotted at 5. What's the largest lead of the game been for either side? 5?
I want to say it's 4. 4 or 5.
Yeah, well, I think Wright State was up like 19-14 in that second set. So I think it's 5, but I think it's 5, which is crazy close.
Something we're not accustomed to seeing, as Scotty Kramer said after the broadcast last night. I'm used to coming in, being here for an hour and a half when Wright State wins 3 straight sets. That has not been the case this weekend.
Not at all.
Celia Powers gets another kill there.
We're an hour and 11 minutes in, and we're just barely getting started with set 3. Raiders see some momentum. Sorry to cut you off.
That's all right. Raiders lead 6-5 here. Dug out by Shank. And they set it for Clerkley, and that's going to be a kill there for Essence Clerkley.
That's just the essence of her game, Parker.
I'll tell you something. I did not miss your punt.
Nobody does. I wish y'all could see Parker's face after that. It just looked like his dog got hit by a car. That physically pained him.
I wouldn't go that far. It wasn't that bad, but it was like a look of disappointment there. But Celia Powers gets a kill there. Who has more fun than us?
Well, not the Guardian. Too soon?
No. It's okay.
It's okay. Nobody has more fun than us.
We are more lit than the Guardian. Too soon?
You make fun of my puns, but then you drop a pun like that.
7-7 here. As
that one was no better than Jonathan's.
Service error by the Thundering Herd, and the Raiders get the point.
Now, as I'm sure you know, before we were a Wolf, a Raider, we were a Viking, like our mascot. A hot take, our good friend Bella said that she likes the Viking better. I think the Viking looks insanely creepy.
Viking does look creepy.
Megan Alders. Woo!
Megan Alders sent that one
back to Saginaw Hills. Sorry. I will get better. No, I won't.
It's partially blocked there by Nita Baker, and Stevenson taps it over. Shank. And they set it for DeBell. A nice dig there by Story. Baker. Alders gives it a tap over. And that's a Raider point. I think that's going to be a net violation on the Thundering Herd.
Something I'm really noticing, Parker, this Marshall team, they rotate a lot. They're constantly moving, and it closes a lot of those attacking lanes that Wright State's so used to.
Something that Scotty was saying a lot last night to those kind of tap overs. He kept calling them love taps, which is
not it at all.
That's not what that means. But
why am I not surprised?
Scotty, if you're listening, I apologize for making fun of you, but it's mandatory.
Oh, man. Wow.
10-8 Raider lead here in set 3. It's going to be number 2, Sydney Lostomo, to serve for the Thundering Herd.
I'm still laughing at that. That's great. You never know what you're going to get with Scotty Kramer.
Not at all. Stevenson taps it over. It's saved by the Herd. Dug out there by Martin. Stevenson, Alders, left side. That's out of bounds. Thundering Herd gets the point there.
Megan wanted to say that, or Megan was trying to preach that was deflected, but no call.
Great crowd here at McLean here this afternoon, as Shay said earlier. Wright State, of course, allowing fans back at athletic events, and that's Alders again.
That one was deflected. 14 kills for Megan Alders, Parker. We still got a long way to go.
She had 12 last night. She has 2 more than that here this afternoon, and we're only halfway through the third set. And that's Leone again. That was deflected, and it's going to be a point for the Herd. 11-10 our score here.
Destiny Leone having one heck of a day, hitting 6-11.
Allie Matters barking out orders to her team. That's dug out there by Martin. Stevenson sets it for Alders again, and that's going to be a kill for Alders.
Fired up, Parker.
Put a lot of force behind that one, so much so that it went into the stands off of a member of the Herd.
Well, we talk about one of the best sounds in sports is a hard-thrown fastball hitting a catcher's mitt.
Right.
Another top-tier sound in sports is the sound of a ball getting hit by a Megan Alders spike.
And that's going to be Leone in the middle, and they set it back to DeBell, and that's saved by Martin. Alders
again. Not that time.
Long rally here. Martin, Stevenson sets it Sauer.
This point's so big for the Raiders if they can get it.
That's blocked by Teddy Sauer. That's going to be Alders. Stevenson sets it for Martin. Dug out by Schenk. And they set it for McElhaney. Stevenson sets it. Alders blocked, and that's a point for the Herd.
And you could tell they were starting to get a little tired there, Parker. She just was not getting up high as high as she was earlier.
Leone, the height overmatches Megan Alders there, and they get a block and a point. Raiders still lead by 1. Alders taps it over. It's going to be a net violation on the Thundering Herd. 13-11 our score. Going back to the sounds in sports that we were talking about, I'm a golf junkie, and I think that a fantastic sports sound is the sound of a driver hitting the golf ball.
I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong at all.
But there's no doubt.
I'd also argue the sound of a swish on a chain net.
A chain net? That's interesting.
Like in the old school parts.
What a save there by Roscott. But takes a weird angle off the net. Stevenson couldn't handle it, and the Thundering Herd get another point. But I think there's no better sound than a crowd going berserk when a big moment happens, whether it's a last-second shot in a tournament game or it's a home run.
Well, we know who this crowd's favorite broadcaster is.
Or it's a walk-off home run.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Fans make sports, and we learned that last year.
One of the big takeaways that we learned last year, like Shay said. That's going to be another Raider point.
Back and forth they go.
It's like a net violation there by the Herd. Jenny Morey checks in for Allie Matters. It's going to be Morey to serve.
What would be huge here for the Raiders is if they could get 2-3 more points in a row, build up that 4 or 5 point lead that they've had in each of the first 2 sets. It'll be so much tougher for Marshall to climb back than just a 2-point deficit.
Yeah, we'll see if Wright State can pull away here. Roscott dug out by Schenk, and they set it for DeBell. Nice dig there by Roscott.
Marshall loves attacking in the middle, Parker. They don't go outside very much.
Nice block way up there for Wright State. Roscott, and it's going to be Houck to tap it over. Nice block there by the combination of Houck and Baker.
Nisa Baker got a piece of that one as well.
Laney Stevenson gets the right side for Powers. That's blocked. Stevenson sets it for Houck again. And the Herd can't handle it. Grace Houck gets the kill.
Wright State wearing out the Marshall defense. And for the first time this afternoon, Parker, we might be seeing a little bit of fatigue on the side of the herd.
Timeout, Marshall. Ari Agnes wants to talk it over with her team. We'll take one quickly here with 15-12 Raiders here at set number 3. We will be right back on YouTube's edition of WWSU 106.9. Don't go away. Back here on WWSU 106.9 as we're talking about Frickers in the break. But Wright State gets another point here, 16-12 Raiders lead.
Well, we don't have a broadcast tomorrow, so I have no shame in plugging the Sunday morning tailgate show. Live from Frickers on 741 by the Dayton Mall. Justin Kinner, Kev Washington, great friends of ours with the station. And they'll be doing the show live with Keith Byers, Buckeye legend. And talking Ohio State's win, talking Bengals, Browns. It's a lot of fun. So make sure you head on down there. Great food, like 18 TVs, and you can hang out with Keith Byers and Justin Kinner. What's more fun than that?
No kidding. It's great to have football back. It's been a long time coming. We did our fantasy football draft among some of the great people that we know with our other student organizations. And
what I love most about that show is we're just fans. We do the show for an hour and a half, and as soon as we're done, we don't pack up and leave. We order food and we watch football with all the people there. It's a blast.
How can that? She's denied by the herd. Story sets it left side for Powers. That's saved there by Marshall. Stevenson. Story. Grace Houck, who can't get it to go through. Oh, man, that's brutal. Jenna Story was real close there. Tried to save it, but couldn't do so.
And you know it's nearly impossible to dig if Jenna Story can't get to it. Because not many get to every single ball like Jenna Story does.
Callie Martin checks back in for the Raiders. Grace Hawk will take a seat.
This Wright State team's deep, Parker. They have a lot of talent all across that roster.
The only one who is not dressed over there today is Taylor Bransfield, who of course
she's recovering from a torn ACL.
Tore her ACL in the Horizon League Volleyball Championship, so still coming back from that.
But I've heard, already, no brace, no crutches. She's walking around pretty normally. I don't see a lot of a limp. So already a very promising start, and pretty soon I'm sure she'll be back on the court in no time. So happy to see that going well.
So that's going to be a Wright State point. Bit of a weird sequence of events there. Ball goes back and forth right at the net for a few seconds, but they're going to call a net violation on Marshall.
Yeah.
And Sierra DeBell is conversing with the official on the tower here at McLean Gymnasium, wondering what the call was for.
Now, I believe that Marshall would have the ability to challenge this call, right?
Let's see what Ari Agnes decides to do here.
She's rocking the pinstripe suit today. Not many can do that.
We're running out of things to talk about when we're talking about what each coach is wearing.
Well, we always talk about what Nagy's wearing.
So
I'm excited to see what new women's basketball coach Carrie Hoffman brings to the table this year.
Carrie Hoffman, of course, the first-year head coach of the women's basketball team here at Wright State, comes over from Cedarville University.
She's already hot on the recruiting trail.
Bob Grant was very high on
He doesn't miss very often, does
he? He does not. So we'll see how this team fares here. It was a very lucky save there by Marshall Baker, and that catches the back line. Nisa Baker with a kill.
Now, Nisa Baker may not be 6'3" like Destiny Leone, but she hits it just as hard.
You have some graphics here playing at McLennan Gymnasium.
I'm telling you, Nick and the athletic department are taking the next step this year. This is impressive.
Stepping up there.
Now the issue is that puts the pressure on us to take a step forward.
No kidding, and that's some big pressure. Nice save, but goes out of bounds.
Nice catch by Joylyn Brown. Hasn't missed a step, has Joylyn.
Almost caught our good friend Justin Kinner back there.
Joylyn saved him. Justin's been hit by volleyballs many times before.
Oh, so have we. So it's going to be Sydney Lasomo to serve. Dug out by Powers. Sets it for Baker. That's blocked. Stevenson. Story. Alders. That's out of bounds.
I think that was deflected. It
was deflected. So Megan
Alders. Good eye by the official. They got a finger on it at the net. Megan Alders with kill number 16.
Career high is 22. Achieved that last weekend in East Lansing.
She's going to be challenging it, Parker.
We're through 3 sets. We are.
She might still get 1 or 2 more kills to end this 3rd set.
We are playing a 4th set here this afternoon, so she may accomplish that, and it's going to be right
violation. And the Raiders have built up that 4-point lead that we were talking about. Now can they hold them off?
You mentioned that 4-point lead and that 4 or 5-point lead. That's big to kind of build that cushion. But Wright State, can they take the 3rd set here? Wright State, of course, couldn't take the 2nd set or the 3rd set last night. They ended up losing that one last night. But if they can take this set here, I think it's big for their momentum.
No doubt about it. Teddy Sauer. Was that deflected? It was! 5-point lead for the Raiders. The momentum starting to swing the way of the home team. What are you smiling at?
Our good friend Anna just texted me.
Our wedding day?
She did.
I texted her this morning when I woke up and said, congratulations in advance. Hope you have the best day ever. And I do. That wasn't sarcasm, believe it or not. Now, this wedding's kind of a shock to us, Parker, because we've really only known Anna for like a month. I don't know how we got invited to this.
No kidding. No kidding.
But it sounds like we're going to have a lot of friends there. There's going to be some food. There's going to be, some drinks. It's going to be a good time tonight.
Oh.
And it's always fun to see one of your good pals get married.
That's true. Megan Alders, I'm sorry. The way Jason says Megan, it sounds like he's saying Celia at first.
I think it starts off saying Nisa. Like it almost sounds like but it's Megan Alders.
So Alders has a point. The Raiders lead by 5, make it 4 as Marshall gets a point. Sydney Leone.
If they keep trading 1 point for 1 point, Wright State's going to be just fine. You just can't let Marshall get 3-4 points in a row.
Pretty busy day for myself here. We have the wedding coming up here in a couple hours. And then I'm right back here at McLennan at 6:45 for DePaul tonight.
Will you make another appearance at the steam plant after the match?
Why not?
There you go.
Why not? I'll be there.
And then for those of you that have never been to a wedding at the steam plant, it is an absolutely beautiful venue.
Alders tapped it over.
Very cool.
Partially blocked. So we're excited for our good friend Anna and her fiance Jacob here this afternoon. And that's going to be off of Marshall and out of bounds, and the Raiders start the fire.
And the Raiders starting to realize that we're kind of cutting it close to getting to this wedding on time. They're starting to warm up.
Ellie Roskop checks in. Megan Alders will take a seat.
Parker, now we don't look bad, but we're not dressed for a wedding, so we still need an extra 30, 45 minutes to get into wedding attire.
Right. Roskop.
I heard you're going to be rocking a bow tie.
I will rock a bow tie. Nice block there by Sauer, and that's the kill.
The Wright State Raiders with their largest lead of the night, and they have a set point. The basketball team on their feet. The volleyball bench on their feet. The crowd on their feet.
Now
Ross Top serves for the set.
It's going to be
the bell.
Story sets it right side. Martin gets to him. Kelly Martin wins the set for the Raiders. They did set 2, and they are winning this match right now.
In the second half of that third set, Parker, that was the Wright State Raider team that we saw last year. They just grabbed the momentum of this one.
Now, I've been criticized by my own family for getting way too excited on the broadcast, but there is no such thing.
Gus Johnson type over Joe Buck type any day.
Right.
You know Gus Johnson's really good at his job because I saw a guy complaining on Twitter, and he was like, Gus Johnson's so annoying. He's such an Ohio State homer. Do you know where Gus Johnson went to school? Michigan. He hates Ohio State. He's just really good at his job. But nothing hits like when Gus Johnson goes, J.K. Dobbins or J.T. Barrett.
Right.
I love excitement in a broadcast.
There's nothing better than getting excited, and it makes the broadcast more interesting. And I think
you have to take into consideration that we're going to be probably the least talented broadcasters at any Wright State sporting event. We don't compete with Chris Collins and Jim Brown. We don't compete with Justin Kinner. Are you kidding me? So we have to be the most entertaining.
Right. So, through 3 sets, the Raiders lead 2-1 after taking set 5, 25-18. We're going to step away real quick when we come back. Set 4. Can the Raiders take it in 4 sets? We'll find out when we come back here on WWSU 106.9.
Back here from McClin Gymnasium, I'm Shane Neal, alongside with me, Parker Testa. Raiders have a 2-1 lead. Now, Parker, they came back with Playing Power by Kanye West. If I had continued to play baseball more in high school, that would have been my walk-up song the next season. I love that song. It lights a fire in me.
Marshall gets that first point on set 4. off of a kill from Sierra DeBell. DeBell, of course, the 6'1". I was looking in the wrong spot. The 6'2" graduate student from Ocala, Florida, transfer from Florida Gulf Coast.
And DeBell's had a quietly really strong performance today, Parker. We've talked about Destiny Leon all day, and deservedly so. But DeBell now up to 9 kills. She's been great. Point Wright State. Are they going to give Alders the kill for that, Parker? That might be her 19th.
And see if our stat sheet's going to update here real quick.
They might just call it an error. Yep, nope, they're going to give it to Megan. That's her 19th kill.
Story serves. Dug out there by DeBell. They set it for
what a dig.
Leon. Nice dig there.
Is that Powers?
DeBell again. Powers. Stevenson. Alders left side, partially blocked.
Megan Alders has been the only player on this roster all afternoon that's consistently had the power to get it past Destiny Leon.
That's going to be off of a Raider out of bounds. Nice catch there by one of the people over the scores table.
Standing right in front of Nick. So I'm sure Nick is appreciative of that nice catch.
Nick and Jason having a conversation over there too. Wright State legends.
Absolutely. Mount Rushmore, Wright State Athletics. Got to have 2 spots for those guys. That's a good debate to have. The Mount Rushmore, Wright State Athletics. BG, Nick, Jason, and Joylyn.
I think you're right. Alders gets her 20th kill there off of a deflection by Marshall.
Well, Parker, we're only 5 matches into the year, but I'm going to start voting for Megan Alders for Horizon League Player of the Year.
I would be with you on that debate. That's a great bet to have. Nice dig there by Martin. Sauer in the middle. That's a kill for Teddy Sauer.
Raiders have their first lead in set 4. Teddy Sauer. And now Lainey Stevenson to serve.
Stoppage of play as some of the cleaning crew cleans the Marshall side of the court.
It's been a long match. Got to make sure the players stay safe out there. Alders straight down. Megan Alders again.
21 kills for Megan Alders this afternoon.
The way she's playing right now, she's going to get a new career high.
1 away from her career high of 22, which she set last weekend in East Lansing. As quickly, Stevenson taps it over, falling out of bounds. DeBell, Stevenson, Story, Alders left side. That's going to be deflected off of Clerkley. And that's going to be a Marshall point.
And Parker, we saw in that play, obviously Laney's a setter first, but we've seen her dig, we've seen her spike, we've seen her do the fake set, tap overs. Laney Stevenson's the Swiss Army knife of this roster. She can do anything. If they needed Laney to be an outside hitter, I have no doubt that she could do it.
Laney there. Alders left side. Dug out there by...
That's going to be a net violation. They tapped it, trying to defend Megan Alders. Megan Alders is just single-handedly making Marshall stressed. This might be the second straight Saturday we see a Wright State team pull out a win being carried by Megan Alders.
It's possible. Alders has had a great performance this afternoon.
She just tied her career high, by the way. 22 kills.
And that's a service ace there. Ellie Roskopf with a service ace.
And that's quietly the Raiders' 5th ace of the day. Only 1 for the Herd. That's been an edge for Wright State.
Wright State forcing more errors by Marshall. Has got them back in this one. Sauer, nice save there by Clerkley. And that's out of bounds.
Yep. And if that didn't hit the net, I think Teddy would have gotten it straight down. But Wright State, 7-3 lead in set 4. Marshall's got to have this set to stay alive, but Wright State's got all the momentum right now.
So it's going to be Ellie Roskopf to serve here for the Raiders. That's going to be into the net error. Point for Marshall.
Now, I have some good news that I will bring up in the postgame show, but it revolves something that WWSU broadcasters have wanted for a long time. And it's something that I think we're going to get this year, based on what I've spoken with a couple athletes.
Okay.
So look forward to that.
That catches the back line. No.
No.
It's going to be out of bounds. Looks like from my angle it's going to catch the back line.
It did look like it might have gotten that corner, but just a little too long. Like the idea, though.
So Story digs it out. Stevenson sets it for Hauk left side. She's denied. Stevenson, Sauer in the middle. They're going to set it middle for DeBell, and that's going to be a kill there for Sierra DeBell.
And here come the Thundering Herd, Parker. They're not going to go quietly.
DeBell gets her 9th kill of the afternoon.
This Marshall team is very, very talented. They will not go quietly this afternoon.
Roskop, Stevenson taps it over. It's going to be saved by Marshall. Story, Stevenson sets it left side for Hauk, and that's going to be a Marshall point. They tied at 7.
That was not the greatest set there by Lane. He put it too close to the net. Not much Grace could do with that. We are knotted at 7. A 4-point swing for the Thundering Herd.
Marshall sends it over. Dug out by Story. Stevenson, 4 powers right side. No. DeBell taps it over. Dug out by Story. Stevenson, Sauer in the middle. And that's going to be a kill for Teddy Sauer.
And Parker, the Raiders got to take advantage with Destiny Leon on the bench right now. Raiders got to have a 3-4 point lead before Leon comes back in.
Too much for Marshall to handle there.
It will be Jenna Mori to serve. Pretty good serve. They set it, that's long. And an attack there gives the Raiders a 2-point edge. That was an error on McElhaney. 9-7 Raiders here in set 4. Marshall claims set 1, 26-24. Raiders have bounced back, winning 25-22 in set 2 and 25-18 in set 3.
That's out of bounds.
Another error. Marshall's starting to press a little bit, Parker.
That was off the hand of Sidney Lostomo. Timeout, Marshall.
And I think that head coach, of course, head coach of the Marshall Thundering Herd, Ari Agnes, saw the same thing we saw. This Marshall team's doing a little bit too much right now, trying too hard to find that perfect spot when they just need to be worried about getting the ball over.
Yeah, Wright State has played very strong offensively over the last 10, 15 minutes or so. They've played very well here in the last few sets.
They absolutely have.
Allie Matters discussing strategy with her team, as well as Ari Agnes with the Thundering Herd.
Another top-tier song.
Yeah, song that we hope you cannot hear very well, but a great song nonetheless. Cleaning crew wiping down the McLean Gym court here. Great crowd in McLean on
absolutely. 2 o'clock
Saturday afternoon.
It's 2 o'clock. I mean, I don't think there's so many volleyball teams around the Midwest that wouldn't get half of this crowd at a night game. Wright State's pulling this in an afternoon. I have no doubt that they'll be sold out tonight.
Saw lots of other athletes here on campus at the match here last night.
That's my favorite part about Wright State Sports Park. Every program supports each other. You'll see the volleyball team at Wright State basketball games this year too. It's just that kind of relationship that these athletes have.
So it's going to be Jenny Morey to serve here for the Raiders. Dug out by DeBell. Lostomo sets it for, that was number 13, McElhaney, but
denied by Celia Powers. 11-7 Raiders. So after Marshall got 4 points in a row, Wright State responds with 4 points in a row.
So Morey to serve again. Dug out there by DeBell. Lostomo, they set it for McElhaney. Nice take there by Morey. Stevenson, Baker denied. Marshall gets a point.
And that's big because with Leon on the bench, we'll see when she checks back in. But that was a big-time play by their backup middle, Montague.
Roskop checks back in as Jenny Morey will take a seat. Morey, of course, the freshman out of Yorktown, Indiana.
Where's that at? I'm not familiar with Indiana very well. Other than Indianapolis.
Oh, boy. I think it's west of Indianapolis. Northwest of Indianapolis, I believe. I could be very wrong.
You know Indiana better than I do, so your guess is better than mine.
That's going to bother me. I'm going to look it up as we're sitting here. Nice dig there by Jenna
Baker in the middle. Nisa Baker gives the Raiders a point. The Raiders are halfway to a set 4 win. 12-8. This crowd's a lot of fun, Parker. A lot of parents here, a lot of fans, a lot of family, friends. They love this volleyball program here at Wright State. Celia Powers to serve. The senior from Cincinnati got her 1,000th kill back in set 2.
So I was wrong. It's on the other side of
southeast
Indianapolis. It is northeast. Up by where Ball State's campus is.
Well, Parker, while you're looking up cities in Indiana, Wright State's playing some really nice volleyball.
That they are. It'll be Celia Powers to serve for the Raiders, 13-8.
Is it Noblesville northeast of Indianapolis, too? Or northwest?
It's northeast. Yorktown is further northeast.
Okay.
Up by Muncie, Indiana, which is where the campus of Ball State is. Timeout, Marshall.
We're getting a geography lesson from Parker Testa on the state of Indiana.
Ari Agnes wants to talk it over with her team here.
Do we dare step away?
Do we dare? I don't think we do.
We're already down to a minute in this timeout. I don't think there's a point.
No, we're having way too much fun.
Well, later on tonight, DePaul takes on Wright State. The DePaul Blue Demons were in here a little bit earlier. They take on Ball State coming up here at 4. We have other obligations, but that should be a very good match as well.
DePaul beat Marshall yesterday afternoon in 5 sets. So DePaul overall
4-1.
They're going to be 4-1.
Marshall, Ball State's 4-0 or 5-0?
Ball State is 5-0 after last night.
Wright State is 2-2, and Marshall as well is 2-2. If Wright State holds on here in set 4, though, they go to 3-2.
So DePaul comes into the match tonight. They're going to have Ball State here.
I really hope they hang on because it's way more fun to have Allie on in the postgame when she's happy.
It is. It is. And a lot of times after a win, we don't have to wait 25 minutes for her to come after that after the loss.
They just go in, spray the confetti, and come back out.
Right.
When they lose, they have to give pep talks.
So DePaul comes into the match tonight 3-1. 4-1 after they beat Marshall yesterday afternoon.
Celia Powers to serve here for Wright State.
That only loss for DePaul coming against Southeast Missouri last weekend. So they're going to set it for DeBell. Blocked, and that's Nisa Baker.
Parker, I said it last season. This Wright State team is so good, so dangerous, because they combine obviously the aspects of having fun and executing at a high level. They execute very high level, don't make a lot of mistakes, but they also have fun while doing it. We're starting to see that team have fun again after those points.
Our good friend Nick Phillips just came up and told me that Megan Alder's career high she has tied. Nick, we know. But,
Nick, we know.
I appreciate his help as always. Ross,
I'd rather be extra safe than, not know.
Right. So that was blocked and that's out of bounds.
There will probably be a day where, sidearm stats doesn't work and it's not updating, and then we will need Nick.
Nick jogging over to give us stats throughout the matches. Something I will never take for granted.
A 10 out of 10 legend. 10 out of 10 legend.
That he is.
Alders texted me what doors were unlocked when I got here today.
Alders, he was instrumental in getting Allie Matters on the postgame show last night, so we appreciate his help as always. Story. Stevenson taps it over.
And it's going to hit the ground on Laney Stevenson. Wright State, their largest lead of the night. 17-9.
They lead by 8 here. Stevenson catching the Thundering Herd defense, lacking there.
When does Marshall use this last time out? Kind of spiraling out of control. Do you call it now, or do you wait to see if this team can bounce back?
I think she'll call it if they go down by 9 here.
Blocked. Leone denied by Baker.
Will Ari Agnes take a timeout? Looks like she won't.
Not yet. Callie Martin to serve. Raiders have a chance to go up double digits. They set it far side. Alders digs it out.
Nice dig by Alders. Story sets it back to Alders. That's dug out by DeBell. That's going to be out of bounds.
The Raiders have a 10-point lead in set 4. They are 6 points away from claiming this match.
That's going to be off the hand of Sydney Lostomo.
Has not been a great day for Lostomo. Only 2 kills and 3 errors.
DeBell. Lostomo back to DeBell. Nice dig there by Powers.
Wright State defense.
Stevenson Alders.
Is it down? It is! Megan Alders with a new career high. 23 kills for the junior.
She had 12 last night, 23 this afternoon. Career high for Megan
She's
Alders.
only hitting 283. She's had better games. If she was like really locked in, Parker, she might have like 33 kills.
That's going to be a whistle, a net violation on the Raiders. It's going to award Marshall a point.
That snaps what, a 8 or 9 point streak?
Yeah.
By the Raiders?
Raiders taking over here in set number 4.
Really, since the middle point of set 3, Wright State has been in control. 5 points away.
So Lostomo
Make it
serves.
4.
Lostomo serves, and it goes into the net. That's an error.
Not a great day for Lostomo. Her 4th error.
Callie Martin back in, as well as Teddy Sauer. Nisa Baker, Jenny Morey take a seat. It's going to be Jenna Story to serve.
That bench is fired up, Parker.
Now this is going to be something that's going to throw me off all year long. Jenna Story, Jenny Morey is going to be a struggle, but we'll work through it.
Sounds like a law firm waiting to happen. Story and Morey, attorneys at law.
DeBell way up there for the Raiders. Story saves it over by our table here.
Good thing she did, too, because I was frozen. I thought that was coming for me.
Nice save there by Power. Story gets it over the net.
They set it far side to Bell, and Story couldn't keep it up.
Too much force behind that one.
21-11. Story and Morey, attorneys at volleyball, should be a graphic that we use for a game.
And if we can get Story and Morey in to the studio at some point.
Well, we did late in the year last year, obviously virtually with the pandemic. We did have Celia Powers, Jenna Story, and Lainey Stevenson join us right before the tournament. Jenna's hilarious. That whole team is hilarious. Let's be real. They all have great senses of humor.
And Lainey Stevenson texted you the other night asking if you would be at the match last night, and you told her you wouldn't be. And she said she started to not like you very much.
Yeah, well, she's saying, are you selling us out for other gigs? And I said, well, Parker will be there. And she's like, he's okay, too.
So it's DeBell to serve for the Herd. Dug up by Story. Stevenson sets it Sauer right side.
Got deflected.
That's going to catch the line. That's a kill for Teddy Sauer.
Did it catch the line or was it deflected? Either way, it's a point.
Official points his flag toward the court. It caught the line.
Wow. That looked like it was long.
It did. DeBell. Lostomo. Leone tried to get it over, deflected by Powers.
And that's the big thing, Parker. Leone was getting all of those earlier in the match. He's not getting them now. And the Wright State Raiders are 2 points away. Marshall is stunned.
23-12, Raiders lead. They're a point away from a set point here.
There's no thunder from the Thundering Herd crowd right now.
Oh, man. You are brutal.
Fortunately for me, Fairmont High School did not say the same thing last night. You are brutal.
But I have the audacity to say it as it'll be
constructive criticism. Be better.
Massey McAlady will get a point for the Herd. That's the constructive criticism. Constructive criticism is always welcome by our listeners.
Now here's a fun debate we have as the fourth set comes to an end. Sauer, denied. One athlete, any sport that you're most excited to see this year, not on Wright State. Antoine Davis, Pat Baldwin
Jr. is mine.
You know who I'm going with? Paula Santiago, the senior captain of UIC's volleyball program.
Wow.
She was borderline Horizon League Player of the Year last year. UIC comes back with a chip on their shoulder. I'm excited to see that team come to McLean.
Okay, I like it.
I like Pat Baldwin Jr. too, obviously, but I think Antoine's up there too. I think Antoine
Sauer blocks it out of bounds. Raiders get a point, and we have set point here at McLean.
This might be a hot take, Parker. I think Antoine Davis is in for like a record-breaking senior season.
Oh, I think so,
I
too.
think by the end of the year, two things. He leads the nation in scoring.
Wow.
And he's the Horizon League's all-time leading scorer.
Wow.
Big year from
If
Antoine
anybody
Davis.
has the chance to do it, it's Antoine. Final rally possibly here.
Raiders win it!
Teddy Sauer blocks it here. The Raiders take the match here this afternoon, 3-1.
And this match aged like a fine wine, Parker. The Raiders just got better and better as it went on.
In a big
skip off the court.
They skip out of McLean.
We love to see it.
So the Raiders take this one, big bounce-back win here after that heartbreaker against Ball State last night.
And you know it's a great day at the office when as soon as you win, Laney Stevenson and Grace Howe just skipping into the locker room.
Megan Alders, as she walks by her table here, sets a career high in kills
23 kills.
23 kills for Megan Alders this afternoon. What a performance here.
What a night. It's not even night. We have another game tonight. Well, we're going to step away. We'll come back with the WSU Raider postgame show.
And I promise it won't be 25 minutes between.
It won't, because we have to get to downtown Dayton and change.
We do.
But we'll be back in just a few minutes. Wright State bounces back and knocks off Marshall. We'll see you in a few.
Back here on WWSU 106.9, it's the WSU Raider postgame show. I'm Parker Testa, joined here by Shane Neal. We're also joined here by head coach Allie Matters. Coach, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, career high in kills for Megan Alders this afternoon. Again, she played excellent today.
Yeah, I mean, she's feeling herself right now, that's for sure. And she deserves it. I mean, Megan works so hard. And we've been able to we gave her 54 balls. So she's having one hell of a weekend. I'm really proud of her.
Absolutely. Big weekend, or big night, I should say, just in terms of all milestones. I mean, Lainey Stevenson gets her 1,000th career dig. Celia Powers, her 1,000th career kill.
Yeah.
Happened in the same set. How cool is that to see those big milestones get knocked out?
Yeah, it's awesome. We've been counting down, and they finally both accomplished that together in the same set, so that was awesome. I mean, they've been starters since they were freshmen, so I'm kudos to both of them. They both work very, very hard, so we're really proud of them.
So DePaul tonight, you have one more coming up here at 7 o'clock tonight.
Yep.
Same strategy, I think, is the idea?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, these teams have been scouting us all weekend, and I think we're going to have a nice crowd tonight, good energy, and we're going to come out with a lot of energy, so I'm excited for tonight.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Best of luck against DePaul.
Thanks. Go Raiders.
Go Raiders, that's right. So the Raiders take this one 3-1 here this afternoon, and they improve to 1-1 on the weekend. Coming up tonight, they have DePaul. I will be on the call for you.
You will.
For that.
Flying solo.
Flying solo tonight, so looking forward to that tonight. Shay, before we wrap up this afternoon, any final thoughts?
Well, I did stay for the whole match today, so I can give a little bit of analysis. But, no, this was a great performance. Marshall started off very strong. Destiny Leon was excellent. But kudos to Wright State. They adapted. They did exactly what they've done throughout Allie Matters' whole career, and that's figure out ways to win. They slowed down Destiny Leon in that third and fourth set. They found the holes in the Marshall defense, and they wore Marshall out. They looked very visibly fatigued in that fourth set. So great adjustments, great job by the Raiders, and if they play like they did in sets 3 and 4, I think they beat DePaul tonight too.
Yeah, it's possible. Improvise, adapt, overcome is what we always say at the office, and the Raiders did that here tonight. So, with that, for Shane Neal to my right, for Allie Matters, who was kind enough to join us this afternoon, the Raiders take this one. I am Parker Testa. We will be back tonight at 6:45 p.m. for Wright State and DePaul. Don't go away. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. For Shane Neal, I am Parker Testa saying so long. And Raider up. We'll see you all at 6:45 tonight. Have a good day.
I deserve that.